All right. So now we have seen all the 14 sutras, right? So the 14 Vedic mathematical sutras. So I think we can rightfully call it as ancient wisdom for modern calculations, right? So we have completed this extraordinary journey through the 14 Vedic mathematical sutras. What we have explored together, represents more than just mathematical techniques, right? We have discovered a complete system of mathematical thinking that has endured for over 5 millennium, right? So important is the mathematical thinking, recognizing patterns in our brain, right? So we can quickly recap the different, sutras on the left side here, right? So if you look at it, the first sutra is buy one more than previous, right? Um, So each sutra, we have studied kind of represent a unique principle, yet together, they form a harmonious and comprehensive mathematical, philosophy. Um, it's just quickly go through it. Buy one more than the previous, all from nine and last from 10, vertically and crosswise, which was Sutra 3, transpose and adjust Sutra 4. When sum is the same, then sum becomes a zero, right? If one is in ratio, if one is in ratio, then the other is zero, right? By addition and subtraction, by completion or non-completions, right? By differences and similarities, right? Whatever the extent of deficiency. We also saw part and whole, right? Remainders by last digit, ultimate and twice the penultimate. And then the last one, right? Ignana purvena, by one less than the previous. Okay. So these are the 14 sutras we have seen. There are other materials available, and there are books available. In my first episode, I'd given a reference of where you can get these books. We also talked about how about 6 countries, different education systems have adopted the principles of these 14 sutras, right? Um, Now, here on the right side, let's look at quickly some of the key benefits. Okay, so one of the benefit is related to speed and efficiency, right? So, in terms of speed and efficiency, we have learned techniques that can make mental calculations up to 10 times faster, right? So, that's a 10x faster mental calculations. We have reduced complex computation steps to elegant, streamlined processor, right? So that's the second point here, reduce computational steps. And develop powerful pattern recognition skills that serve us across all mathematical disciplines. We extensively talked about it, right? The pattern recognition skills. Now let's look at another key benefit, which is educational, value. So the educational value of these sutras, they cannot be overstated. Okay, they have enhanced our mathematical intuition, teaching us to see solutions. That's the first one here, where others see only problems. Right? They are focused um, on fostered creative problem solving approaches. Right? So creative problem solving approaches. It encourages and it provides the holistic understanding of mathematical relationship, right? And so let's look at another set of key benefits is the practical applications, right? So we've seen Vedic math just does not end here, right? So these sutras are tools for lifelong learning and growth, right? Practice them regularly, share them with others, and continue to discover, profound, beauty that lies uh, in the mathematical thinking. Right? So in the practical applications, these ancient techniques, prove remarkable relevant to modern needs, whether in competitive examinations, right, in business calculations, or daily mathematics, or the daily mathematics life, in schools, colleges, and so on. The sutras provide a kind of reliable, efficient solutions that give practitioners a distinct advantage, right? Uh, Next set of benefits, it's not the last, it's not the least, or it's not the last, right? But another one is the cognitive, development. So perhaps the most this is the most important, the cognitive development benefit they extend beyond mathematics itself, and I have repeated it multiple times. How it trains your brain, so which improves, enhances the memory enhancement, right? So enhances memory. It strengthens logical reasoning, and the way the brain thinks, so improve the logical reasoning skills, and it significantly improves concentration and focus. So this cognitive development is perhaps, I would say, the one which is so important during the developing growing ages of our human life, which is, in schools, whether it's middle school or high school or colleges, right? That's where learning and practicing Vedic maths is going to be tremendously helped, not just all of the benefits we saw about, but on the cognitive development, which is the memory enhancements, right? Logical reasoning power, and then the concentration improvement, which has effects in many other areas. Okay. Um, so as we can conclude this the Vedic mathematics section, which is still part of episode 2, but this was the section 2. As I said, section 2 is all about the 14 mathematical sutras. So these, 5,000 year uh, old mathematical principles, they continue to offer the most elegant and efficient solutions to modern computational, you know, challenges. Um, so this is a true miracle of Vedic mathematics, right? Its timeless wisdom remains as relevant today as it was in ancient times, right? So your journey with Vedic mathematical mathematics doesn't end here. These sutras are tools for lifelong learning and growth. Practice them regularly, share them with others, and continue to discover the profound beauty that lies in the heart of mathematical thinking. So now you carry forward the mathematical wisdom of the ages. Use it well and let it inspire others to discover the same wonder and joy in maths that you have found, right? So, again, to end this episode 2, the section 2, and the ancient wisdom of modern calculations. That's how I would end this. I will see you all in episode 3, where we will get into the science aspect of the Bhagavatam and the Vedas, right? In episode 1, it was an overview of everything about Bhagavatam and Vedas and how the ancient wisdom helps the modern times. and we covered that all of the other episodes what we will be covering over many coming months. Episode 2 was focused, section 1 and section 2 was focused on the mathematics side of it, and the section 2 of episode 2 primarily was focused on the 14 Vedic mathematical sutras or lessons.